Alrighty, David.
How you doing, man? Nice
Thanks for hosting me here. Thanks for hosting me. That's big one.
No problem.
That's big one. You have I'm not sure it's right to call this toys, even that, you know, for a car guy like me, car enthusiast, cars we kind of treating as a toys, more as a passion exactly, approaching this pretty serious way. But I mean, those little things around, you gotta call them toys, and that's some unique stuff you have here.
Definitely. You know, when we was younger, I always wanted something different. You know, wanted to have like something that I wanted since I was a kid, and I think I've reached the point that I have it.
Yeah, yeah.
I think a little bit too much.
A little too much, definitely. I think yes. I would agree on this one. So tell me a little bit about the entire.
Well,
and I'm not really even talking about the toys, the cars.
No,
I mean, that's culture here. So my channel is called For the Love of the Hot Rods. I came from Europe. I came from Poland. I'm a crazy car enthusiast, photographer, videographer. Crazy about American classic cars. Crazy about muscle cars, hot rods, rat rods. But I don't want to close myself in this circle. I think you know, whatever else we having, and as a car enthusiast, you're interested in anything what has, you know, engine and wheels. So
well, actually, my passion started in New York. It was 1994. One of my uncles brought a magazine home, and he left it on the coffee table.
Yes.
And we didn't know what it was. So we got, you know, us being young kids, you know, 10 years
young
old.
Kids. How old you were back then?
I want to say like 10, 9. We picked up this book, and it was a Lowrider magazine.
Wow.
And we was like, oh man, what is this? You know, we saw a hot girl, you know, we're young. We started looking through it, and we was amazed of these beautiful cars, Lowriders, everything that was different that you didn't see around in the East Coast, especially in New York. You know, California had everything going for them. So around, I want to say 94, 95, everything shifted. New York started getting Lowriders. Wasn't many, but it was coming out little by little. It wasn't nothing like California.
Yeah.
It was coming.
So you're kind of pointing that everything was born in California?
Right. Born over there.
LA?
Like around like the 80s or 70s. It all started with actually, it wasn't even hydraulics. They started just lowering the cars down, slamming them down, and then the cops started harassing them and telling them that their bumper had to be a few inches off the ground. If not, they get ticketed or they'll take the cars away. So somebody came up, I don't remember the guy's name, but he came up with the hydraulic system from an airplane. Because you know how the airplanes, when they land, they have that little cushion. So they took that from the airplanes and put on the hydraulic cars, and from there it went off like wildfire.
Wow.
Everybody started getting it, because then the cops wouldn't bother you.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, there was some bad apples around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, Lowrider always got called like bad people, like cholos or gang members or drug dealers. That wasn't the case. It was the case back in the 80s, because I mean, it was really expensive, the hobby. But now, you know, it's more about family, unity.
Yes.
Going with other car club members. You know, they have the same passion as we do. So, you know, it's a little bit of everything. You know, here it's all cultures.
Yes.
In this moment, yeah.
Yeah, it's culture, and it's pretty big culture. First of all, second of all, it's long time culture too, because we'll be like, what would you say, 50, 60 years right now in it?
It's long.
Yeah.
It's long. Maybe 60 years, 50 years.
And it's culture worldwide, you could say too. I mean, it's the biggest in the United States, that's for sure. I mean, we have LA, we have New York, we have everywhere else. But then I've seen past some videos exactly the moment when I start meeting you on the car shows. I've seen even videos in like Japan or somewhere in Asia. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy, because our car club started in the 80s, and the guy Paul that started the Good Times Car Club.
Good Times, okay, that's what you have.
Yeah,
all right.
So they started out in California, and they started spreading around.
Yes.
And now we're all the way in Brazil, Japan.
Wow.
We have chapters worldwide. That's what it's called, Good Times Worldwide.
See, I gotta check, or there's something in Poland, my friend. If not, I will be calling them tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, that's
I'll be
for
the first
sure.
one to join it then.
I will be, yeah. I will help you to build there. That's for sure. I will be your translator.
I like that.
So, yeah. I mean, I would like to ask, so, wait, you're 10, 11, 12 years old, finding the magazine, love the culture, getting excited and already passionate about this.
Yes.
What's your age first time you getting something? I mean, similar, not similar? What do you think?
Definitely. We was, I want to say, 13, 14. My father got us a job in a restaurant.
Yes.
And with the money that we got from the restaurant, we started paying for lowrider bikes. So we started small. We started with lowrider bikes. You know,
Yes.
regular frame, regular bike parts. It was cool bringing them out in New York City where nobody had seen these bikes before. And you're riding down the street.
From LA.
Yeah, from LA.
Okay.
We ordered everything from LA
Yes.
to New York. And a lot of people waving at you, giving you thumbs up. And it's a great feeling because I felt like I could see other kids looking at me and saying, I can have that one day. I can do that one day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I was very happy, very passionate to show everybody that, you know, if you put your heart into it, you can get it done.
Yes.
You know? So you imagine being 14, 15, having a bike that costs like $300, $400, riding around, you know, it's pretty awesome.
And those bikes, I will tell you, I mean, this is first time when I've seen something like that. So it's because I wasn't familiar with the culture. I mean, I've seen, you know, little video clips, music videos, of course, Snoop Dogg's, Dre, LA, here, the streets. But having this opportunity to see bikes, the mini cars here, strollers up close, the amazing way how they are built, the details in the paint job and everything is just spectacular.
I appreciate it. Everything has different stories.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's kind of like separate angle too, I believe, when you go into the car shows. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that totally different area?
So when we started, when we was young, we would ride around in Yonkers, New York. That's where I'm originally from, New York.
All right.
And we saw this other guy that had a badder bike than we did.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, who's that guy? You know, we have these bikes that we thought were cool. And this guy came out of nowhere with a nicer bike. So we finally got to talk to the guy. His name was Beto. And he was in a club, used to be a solo car club. And he invited us to go out with him and meet his guys. He had a bike, he had a car already. We were like, we've never seen the car before, especially with hydraulics in New York. It's never heard of it. So he brought the car. It was a Cadillac. It's a 1981 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. I will never forget it because my middle brother actually bought it off the guy.
Wow.
And gave it to me as a gift when he moved to Florida.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like 17, having a big Cadillac with 3 pumps, 12 batteries. You know, it was. I've been really gifted. I've been really blessed, I should say.
Yeah.
Very blessed. But this guy took us to a meeting. We met up with the other everybody else that we had there. Paul, Benny, they all had lowrider cars, and for us being young, seeing that, we were like, we want to get to that level. We want that.
Yeah.
And going to shows and seeing everybody else compete with like hopping and stuff like that. Remember back then it was how low can you go back in the 80s.
Okay.
Now in the days how can you go?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing because I've seen you pull up exactly those remotes where you can set up everything outside of your car. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. So from there we joined our club around, I want to say 2003. I moved down to Florida. I stopped lowriding for a very, very long time. I was focused more about my family and getting settled in Florida.
Yes.
I'm from here.
Yeah.
And oh man, you gotta stop that. I got choked up.
But you never cut the passion there. You never cut the passion. You never left behind.
Yes, definitely. The passion never.
Yeah.
I could afford it back then.
Yeah.
I could afford it. I was working a job for an hour, like $7 an hour. It was struggling times for us.
Hey, the struggle, what makes who we are. Listen, I'm from different country too. I'm back from Poland. You know, we passed First, Second World War II. I was born during of communism.
Jeez.
And I never gave up dreaming big.
Oh, okay.
when I was dreaming big to come to this country, I remember myself still running on a front of my house, 11, 12 years old. I told my friends I'm gonna come to United States. I'm gonna go to United States. They were laughing around. That was back then. They were laughing. They said, "What he's talking about? This guy is crazy." Look at me right now. I'm here.
Yeah.
And I'm just starting. I'm making my dream come true.
100%.
And I'm passionate about things in my life. I'm the same like you, close to my family. I'm gonna work my ass off for anything.
Yeah.
And I love the same like-minded people around me. People, hardworking people who are passing through some things in their lives. But that's what builds who we are, and that's exactly builds our journey. Because on the end of the day, you passing through so much that you can write a book or make a movie.
I like that.
And we're making episode here about what you created, and you created also about ups and downs, and that's amazing. You never give up on your passion, which was born during of when you were a teenager, 11, 12 years old, and that's amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
And right now, what are you offering here exactly in this area? I never seen anything like that. Talking about cars, but you also have the bikes, and you have so many, and it's just spectacular. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you. All this, took time.
Yeah.
Definitely took time. This bikes actually come from New York. The Beast and the Blade bike, the red one over there. They both come from New York City. Built in California, brought to New York, and now brought to Florida, which is pretty nice. It took the guy 3 years to build that one. It took the guy to build 2 years this one.
Wow.
To find the fabricators and what you want and the style you want to do it all takes time.
Yeah. So you started about this bike. What's the story behind this bike? So you said each of the bikes has some story, yes?
Well, this one was built in New York, in Brooklyn, New York.
Yes.
Got this from one of my cousins that were living over there. He had this bike. He was one of the guys that started like these custom bikes right here. So
this one wasn't exactly restored and brought from California. No, this one was built by the design in New York.
In New York. So once he got it, he told me he was selling it. I liked his bike a lot, and I definitely, because his family, I wanted to keep it in the family.
Yeah.
So I told him I will take it from him. Just the same thing as I did with that red one. That red one was the same. It came from Brooklyn, New York.
Built and designed
in Brooklyn, New York, and they got it. So I got it back, and I did a lot of changes to that and to this one. Little changes, not crazy, but put a little bit of my own flavor into it. It's family, so we gotta put it. For our own little taste. And that one actually, the one that you're sitting on, my cousin built in 2003.
Wow.
2003, and that one is called Chicano. He had the system going with the frame, the speakers, everything. I changed the whole concept of the way he had it. I put the TVs on it. I put the flip on. He just had a radio on it before. I did everything else. Like I said, you gotta put a little of yourself.
A little touch, yeah.
How you like it.
That's amazing. I didn't even figure out those TVs on this side.
Yeah, I got TVs.
Wow.
And they all work. It pops off. I'll show you later.
Okay.
Everything.
So DVD and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Three-wheeler.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's rare to see these bikes around, especially rideable. I mean, these bikes are. This bike was rideable before. Now it's not rideable. This paint job is between 13 and 14 years old.
Wow.
Just as that one.
Wow.
I moved when I first got to Florida. I moved like I want to say 6 or 7 times, renting places. And these bikes were everywhere with me. Everywhere, rooms and little damage here and there. Get them touch up again.
It's not easy.
It ain't easy having all this.
But you know what is just amazing about the steering wheels, those bars, bars, each of them different bars, wow. And of course the painting. So the painting, the same like painting of the cars.
Oh yeah.
This culture, man.
Yeah, man.
That's really focused on this little blink, or I mean, spectacular pinstriping also, because you mentioning that you had also your close friends pinstriping your bikes or a stroller here. Is just what a artwork.
Well, let me stop that. Well, this car is a 1982 Cutlass Supreme. This one was actually built in Mexico, Tijuana, Mexico. They actually painted it did the interior in it.
Whoa!
Yeah, this is the reason why I needed to have this car.
Wow.
To me, it was more than just a car. When I brought it home and I showed it to my father the first time, my father had a flashback when he was young and he had one of these cars.
Wow.
So when he told me that, it really touched me.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I would never sell this car. This car will go to the grave with me no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's broken. I don't care if the paint's out faded. Just because I had that connection with my father and something that, you know, he would like and I like.
Yeah.
It's really rare. You know, my father was really a tough person.
Yeah.
He taught us right and wrong, hard work. You get anything, you accomplish anything.
Yeah.
Until this day, he's still teaching me that value of it. This is the reason why I got all this stuff. You know, he told me you want something, you gotta get it. Nobody else is gonna help you.
Yeah.
So do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, this one came for Tijuana, Mexico. This Cadillac Fleetwood, 83. I mean 93. Came from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That was done in Las Vegas, Nevada. Everything was done to it in Las Vegas. This used to be an old car club member. He had it before, and I bought it off of him too. You know.
Yeah, talking about Las Vegas, talking about New York. I mean, I'm not sure how much you're traveling, but I know that you are attending pretty nice amount of the car shows, the Lowrider car shows in Mead.
I actually went to California on Cinco de Mayo with my wife.
Wow.
Yeah, my wife is very passionate with the cars. She's actually the
lucky you. Not all of us are so lucky. I'm chatting with few guys. I had already interviews. There's 50-50 for now.
Yeah, well, my wife actually helped me out a lot. Don't say this, but my wife doesn't really know the prices I pay for all this.
Yeah.
So when I die, please make sure you guys let her know. Look.
That's the joke. Oh, you hear that? The joke? Don't sell for what I paid for.
Exactly.
That's the famous joke right now.
So I went to California and I actually went to go see Good Times. Where the founder started and everything.
Wow.
So I met the actual founder. I met his son. Great people. The whole California. When I went over there, they invited me everywhere. I went to San Diego. I went to Central. I went to Compton. They showed me so much love and passion that they have. And just because I was with them and their club, they brought me to their homes like if they knew me for years.
Wow.
And I love that because it shows you more about family and unity instead of you just being part of a club.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I love
That's the special approach,
Yeah, definitely.
That's more than just a handshake.
Agree.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Yes.
That's why I used to watch, and that's again a totally different story, but I love also travels, and I used to watch Anthony Bourdain a lot.
Oh, yes.
And this guy, when he was traveling the world, he didn't, talk about hotel and resorts. He was going exactly to houses of regular people and eat with them, and
Because to be honest, that's the best place to meet somebody and know somebody is actually meeting them in their house.
Yeah.
The
best way also experience the culture, the cuisine and everything. Yeah, I always was approaching this way. Yeah.
So so like this car actually, this 1959 Impala came out. Believe it or not,
59.
59 came from Brooklyn, New York as well.
Wow. Painted there too.
No, this one actually came all beat up.
Oh, okay.
Bad. Frame
you did
was
little
bad.
restoration.
Everything was bad. Yeah.
What do we have under V8?
V8. Actually, the lights work. I have glow on the bottom. I have a custom.
Wow.
I have a custom battery in it. I have air suspension on it. My big friend. I gotta give him up. Is Mike. Mike is the painter that painted this for me. His friend pinstriped it, and he actually did the stroller as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so I really thank him a lot because he helped me out. Rebuilt that bike before I went to Tampa Lowrider show, and I won 3 trophies because of it.
Whoa.
3 trophies, and it was awesome. It was a big accomplishment. Since I was young, I never thought I would be in a Lowrider car show with a bike.
Yeah.
And winning something. I think that's every kid's dream. To have your stuff at a show, especially the Lowrider show, and just be like, wow, I made it.
Yes.
I'm in here with all these classic cars.
Yeah.
I'm here, and winning something it's just breathtaking, man. It's like the best.
Like you
in the
take
world.
it to next level, next
definitely,
level.
definitely.
And it's again, you making those dreams happen.
Yes.
And you're proof of that, and you're inspiring others. You're inspiring and passing through young generation, and I think that's what it's about.
Yes.
It's even that's about what I'm doing here. I'm trying, film this and talk with all of you guys and learn a little bit by myself, of course,
for sure.
because I don't have a lot of knowledge coming from different country, but I'm also trying pass this to car enthusiasts in my country or any other countries, because English right now, I mean, the entire world is speaking English. But it's also inspired the new generation, and some of them, will pick it up, and it's gonna carry the torch
for years, years to come.
And that's what is important.
Yeah, like my daughter, my son, they love going to shows with me.
Nice.
They love going.
That's fantastic.
They love seeing our cars.
Yeah.
They love when people give us thumbs up when we're driving.
Yes.
And they're like, "Hey, Dad, look, that guy just gave us
yes.
a thumbs up." I'm like, like, awesome.
That's keeping them inspired.
Yes, and I'm showing them that, like my dad taught me, you work something hard, you want something, you can do it. You just got to put the work into it.
Yes.
And that's what I want to teach them.
Yeah.
A lot. This generation is kind of, going sort of downhill, if you can say. Like, it's just difficult to keep them.
It's not easy. Yeah. It could be tougher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm very lucky to have a wife that supports me and she loves the same passion I do.
Definitely.
And my kids love it too. They think it's the best, the awesome thing, and they can't wait to go to school and tell their friends that we went to the show and we have a car that bounces. And their friends like, can we see it?
Yeah.
And I actually bring these cars to pick up my kids.
Really nice.
I have brought the Cadillac and the Cutlass.
That's fantastic.
And just the way that I see the kids and they get pumped up to see these cars.
Yeah.
There was one kid that made me laugh. I did a 3-wheel on the school, and he yelled out, "Oh my God, that's Transformers!"
Good one.
Good one. I was laughing at that, but yeah, they learn. My daughter goes to school and let them know that's called a lowrider, and we go to shows almost every Saturday, Sunday.
And that's the story. You're passing the knowledge. You're passing the passion.
Yes, definitely.
And they can pass around in there.
And their little age group.
Yeah.
So
we switched bikes for someone who is watching. They're kind of similar color, but of course not. And that's what is important too, because they could look somewhere in some details a little bit similar, but it's all about details in those bikes and everything else what is created here exactly. So they're totally different color. We have also, you mentioned the magazine.
Oh yes, this bike right here.
This bike was in.
Yes.
What was the story?
Believe it or not.
So what I see, it's
Froggy Style is called.
Okay.
Froggy Style.
That's the name of the bike.
The name of the bike. It's pretty cool.
Magazine from LA?
Yeah.
Yes.
California had to be.
What's the year?
88, I think.
Okay.
I think it's 88. It says in the front of it.
Yes.
So this bike actually came from either the West Coast. I'm not 100% sure where. It came from the West Coast. Somebody built it and had it for so many years. There's a sort of a 90. There's a 90 bike. As you can tell, my other green one is more radical. It's more like up to date.
Yeah.
This one is more back in the 90s stuff where it all started regular mirrors, regular handlebars. Not too crazy, little sissy bar, twisted. Rims are different, old school,
Yeah.
It's everything is different. So with this bike right here, once again, my cousin actually got it from Brooklyn. He got the frame, and he had it for a while. He showed it up in New York. Like I said, I was here. I was, not doing a lot of things with lowriding at the time no more. I had my family to feed. I had my daughter.
Yeah.
So I had to put concentration on my kids first. My wife and stuff. But once my wife told me that I can get back onto the lowriding scene, she's like, you've been a lot away from it. You can start over again. Don't stop because of me. I don't want you to stop for your passion. And I think that really, really got to me, and I appreciate her every time. So I was like, let me start small. So I started getting the bikes first. It's just like I started back when I was a kid. No cars yet.
Yeah.
Graduate to bikes. So I started getting the bikes, and this bike, my cousin was selling it at one point. And he was like, hey, do you want it? I'll sell it to you. And I was like, you know what? Why not? You know, he sold it to me. It's been 15 years. I had this bike. 15 years. And this bike has been in a Lowrider magazine. It's like having a piece of history. So I'm gonna restore it. Right now it's a little bit rusty, but I'm gonna restore everything back to where it was in the 90s and put it back. We call it OG, like back in the day. So OG style, we're gonna bring it back. It's gonna be called Froggy Style 2.0.
That's amazing. That's spectacular, man.
You see all those bikes, and you're like, man, I want my bike to be in the Lowrider magazine.
You know how they are built, it's just amazing how they are stretched and low and
you can do anything to these frames. And this is a Schwing bike. This one's a Schwing. That's a Schwing. Schwing girl. That's a Schwing. So you know, Schwing is it's been around for many years.
Yeah, I
So
love
bikes
Schwing
are-
bikes. That's what I learned too. That I love them, and I would like to have some vintage one. What do you think how the culture is doing right now? It's growing, yes?
Oh,
because we talk
man.
about Japan and
Yeah.
Europe and...
Yeah, it's growing to a lot of places. We also have a chapter in Brazil.
Yes.
Good times. We have a chapter in Brazil. That's how
Wow.
big lowriding has gone. That Japan, Brazil, all these other countries are just picking it up like crazy.
Rio?
Yeah.
Rio or Sao Paulo?
Oh no, they have everything.
Everywhere.
Impalas, Cadillac.
No, but in Rio de Janeiro or Sao Paulo, big cities?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool, you know, to see this from back in the 70s and 80s to just being in the United States.
Yeah.
And now worldwide.
Yes.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild, you know.
And that's what I like about car shows, and that's what I like more and more, you know. Doesn't matter how you approaching the social media, or they're good for you or not, or take time or not. I think it's great. There's always some pros and cons, of course. But I think that you have access to the social media, YouTube, that you can see and experience something on the other side of the world, get inspired maybe,
Yes.
and maybe next year 2 or 3 visit this place and talk with those people which you're messaging right now, and they can come here and experience what you have here. That's spectacular.
Actually, yeah. But now that you said that, actually, Good Times is actually want to do a trip to go to Japan to go see those brothers.
Wow.
Next year.
Wow.
So we're doing a Vegas on October the 4th. It's a Lowrider Super Show at Vegas.
This Vegas. This upcoming
this
October.
yeah.
Wow.
On the 4th. And there are everybody is going to these shows. I mean, they're coming from all over the world to see Vegas. Vegas is like one of those shows that bring like top dogs. Like we are the top of the top.
Wow.
And right now we're gonna do a 35th anniversary. So Good Times been out.
Big
since
one.
1988.
Big
Yeah,
one. That's
big.
amazing.
So right
Congrats.
now they have over 350 members going down there right now.
Wow.
350 members. Good Times. going
Wow.
down. I'm all over.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm nervous, man.
Yeah.
You know, you get to meet all these other people that, like you said, you've been talking on Instagram and talking to them about the passion and what they can do, and now you're gonna meet them face to face, and it's gonna be awesome.
That's
because
spectacular.
you feel like you know them already.
Yeah.
By talking to them, you know, showing the same passion, just like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting chat, David.
I appreciate that.
Interesting chat. Amazing culture. I'm still amazed about this, and you know, we did quite a long interview. That's again one of those few which I know that will be always longer than I'm planning, but it's so much to wrap it up. And it's so interesting. And for me, again, being from Europe, being especially from Poland, nothing like that. Nothing like that. And I didn't have any big access even to, you know, talking about magazines or TVs, anything like that. Little American classic cars, muscle cars, hot rods. But I mean, except when I was, you know, growing up and being teenager, of course, the first music videos, I was listening a little hip hop and hear Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Yes, that's the first time when I've seen those cars bouncing on the streets of LA. And I'm like, wow. But I'm definitely looking forward to ride with you.
Oh, we're definitely gonna ride.
In 1 or 2. Looking forward to see a little close-up action with the remote, of course, control which you have, because that's what are you calling?
Hydraulics.
Hydraulics control.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a switch.
What's the difference? Like, for example, so definitely, I mean, different cars, different hydraulics controls.
Yeah.
I believe you have different systems in both of them.
Correct. Yes. So I have actually 2 pumps on this car.
Yes.
6 batteries, and there's 4 pumps in that one with 6 batteries. So this one can dance.
Yeah. So this one you have each pump for each
corner.
each wheel. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You see, you're learning.
Yeah, and this one is front and rear, huh?
Yeah, only.
Yeah.
Nothing
Which
crazy.
one? Hey, so which one jump higher, huh?
To be honest, that one hands down.
Oh yeah.
Hands
That's
down,
the winner.
That one takes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but soon I'm gonna be redoing this one. We're gonna put a 3rd pump in it. I'm gonna take it to Miami to get it done. Yeah, so hopefully next year, fingers crossed, this will be coming out with a little bit different.
Miami. Talking about Florida, exactly. We talk about the United States. We have some good shows for you. Of course, Vegas. You said that's the main area there. What about Florida? How are we doing as a lowrider community, as a lowrider? Options for any car shows, big events.
Well, the big event here in Florida, it's Slam Fest. It's one of them.
Okay.
And the Tampa Lowrider Show for sure.
Tampa I think I heard about this one. April or something like that. Okay.
Like around there.
What about the Slam Fest?
Slam Fest, it's mostly about every culture car, which I like every other car. I mean, I love my lowrider cars and everything, but I like hot rods. I like
which month? Cars. Which area?
Where?
Which month and which area? The Slam Fest. Where is it?
Slam Fest is usually up in Tampa as well.
Okay.
Yeah, both shows are in Tampa.
Okay.
And they usually different clubs.
Yeah.
They're like barbecues, and we show up for those.
Oh, nice.
To support them, and we all get along together. Like it's a big family.
Yeah.
We have different club names.
Yes.
But we all love the same passion, so we all come together for it.
Yeah.
And a little bit of competition.
Just a little bit. Yeah. Just for the winning position.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Much.
That's normal.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Listen, that was such a pleasure chatting with you. Congrats on your 35th anniversary on your Good Times Club. That's spectacular. Yeah. Wish you good luck, guys. Grow through entire worldwide community, and if any help about Poland, I will help you there.
You said it.
Yeah, nice chat. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Fantastic. Yeah, so you mentioned this one is a tensor. What does that mean exactly?
That means we had this part had to be reinforced with frame, axle, everything. It means it does around the wheel, side to side, three wheel, up and down, front and back, hopping. Does the whole 9 yards. This is the actual real ready to go hopper.
Okay.
Street hopper.
Is that that's what you were mentioning when we were chatting about this? How high you can go, or
how low
you can go.
Most likely that the Cadillac, it's more like how low can you go.
All right.
This is more like how high can you go.
Nice. Nice. So you have both
worlds.
Yeah, both worlds.
So like I said, this one 1992, 1980. I'm sorry. Cutlass.
Yes.
Oldsmobile. This actually came from Mexico.
Wow.
It's out of Mexico. It was painted and done up. Interior, everything, airbrush. Everything in this car was done in Mexico. Since I got it, we put a brand new motor in, a V8. I have done small engravings here and there. I have two more pumps, brand new batteries around. We put Dayton's on the car now. The car has Lowrider Dayton's. These are all American USA Dayton's. These are not China made. These are very, very hard to get.
Amazing engravings you just mentioning this. What a handmade car.
Yeah. It's amazing. It costs but it's worth it. Especially when you go down the road.
Yeah.
People give you thumbs up. And people,
I mean, you're holding the tradition. It's something special. So. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, maybe show me a little bit. Show the tricks which you can do with your remote.
What you can do with this is standard. Battery's a little bit low. But most likely it does. This is the famous part.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I can do the other side too.
Wow. That's true dancer. That's true dancer.
this is little things we can do. Batteries are low.
Yeah. So this one is the denser. This one we have hydraulics front and rear
Only.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I didn't want to go too crazy with this one. This one actually came from Las Vegas. It's a 1993 Cadillac Fleetwood. I remember we're selling it. He had it before. I liked the car. I really liked it. He sold it to me.
Yeah.
So I prefer to stay in the club. We're with good times, and yeah, it's a beautiful ride. Everything was done, pinstripe.
The pinstripe is spectacular on both of those cars. I mean,
tell me about it. It's just this one, the Vegas one, they just took a little bit too more.
Okay.
Yeah, because on this one, they actually put flakes.
Flakes. All right.
So on the Cadillac, on this pinstripe, they just put flakes on actually the pinstripe.
Wow.
So this is a lot uniquer than everybody else out there. It's really rare when somebody can do it like that. It's a show car. Everything in this car is chrome undercarriage. The frame is painted to match the car inside and out. The axle is painted. It was just made to lay and play. This car was just lay and play. Nothing too like the cut.
Both of those cars, you don't need to have engine on to play around with suspension.
No.
Yeah.
These cars have a separate when it's hydraulic, it has a separate batteries to work on. They work differently.
Yeah.
The motor, yeah.
You might show a little bit around here what we can do. Front and left. I mean front and rear, yeah. This one is Hooper. Nice.
And that's a special edition.
That's the special edition for the love of the hot rod. Yes.
Lowriders.
Yeah, thanks for your time. That was spectacular ride, my friend.
I appreciate it.
Definitely something unique for me. I mentioned before I wasn't really familiar with this world. Right now, day after day with you, I'm getting more and more familiar.
Oh yeah.
It's something very unique.
I definitely would like to take you on one of our car shows, so you can actually see everybody else.
Oh, I'm in.
And trust me, it will be so awesome.
I am in.
Seeing 20 lowriders rolling in together as one. It's really more like a brother union than a club.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I joined Good Time.
Thanks so much once again, David.
No problem. I appreciate it.